In order to download the EuroLinux, we need to go to their website, which is EuroLinux. This is the search term you need to enter in the search engine of your favorite search engine. This is the website, which is EuroLinux. This is their official website. As you can see, products, everything will be available here. Linux distribution for servers, choose anything you want, desktop environment, GNOME, Red Hat, all these things in important info is available here. You can go through all this info. I downloaded the latest version, which is 8.8 beta. It's a beta edition from the DistroWatch. This is the development release, EuroLinux 8.8 beta. A minimal ISO file size is here, which is 1789 MB or 916 MB, and the appstream.iso is almost 13 GB. So you can choose anything you want. Let's open the link here. Click on save, and here is the download of 1.7 GB. Let's close this thing and open the stream version, which is 13 GB or 14 GB in a file size. As you can see here, choose anything you want. So again, it's you can't install this. You need to compulsory install it on your hard disk or a virtual machine, anything. You can't run it on a live mode. It's your opinion to use this Linux distro or not. It's clearly up to you. And that's it. Today we are making a video on EuroLinux 8.8 beta version. This is the boot menu of the EuroLinux 8.8. You can't boot it in a live mode. You need to just install it. So here is the boot menu. Click on install EuroLinux 8, which is 8.8 beta, which was released today. So it's based on a Red Hat, and I'm choosing the minimal ISO file, which is 1.3 GB. The full complete edition is like a 7 or 8 GB of file size. I'll show you in a few seconds. And I'm running it in a virtual machine, which is a VMware with 40 GB of hard disk and 4 GB of RAM, and also with 2 processors. The available desktop environments are KDE Plasma and GNOME, which are the two available desktop environments, and the origin is from the Poland. It is from the Poland. So the basic is here. The Linux distro will take like a minute to boot up or show up the desktop layout in a minute, which is quite common in every Linux distro, which is maximum, and minimum should be like a 30 to 40 seconds. It should be providing us the desktop layout, which should be GNOME or the KDE Plasma version. I think we are almost done. I guess we should be seeing some options, and the Red Hat based Linux distros will be or should be only booted like you need to come always install it. You can't boot it in a live mode. That's painful for some people. It's also painful for me because I love to boot it in a live mode first, because if you have some issues, we can figure it out in a live mode. If you are using it on directly installing it, it's painful, because if they had bugs, we need to suffer with the bugs. So I am running it on a virtual machine, so nothing happens. If you are running it on your main PC or a work PC, it's risky. Always wait for a few days, and it's also in a beta version, so it's better to wait for the stable version. Even after the stable version is released, wait for a few more days, because we don't know that it should be having some bugs accidentally. So it's better to wait. If they had bugs, so they will be releasing a point updates. If they don't have a bugs, so you will be good to go. So better wait for a few days, because you are trying to install it without running it on a live mode. So here is the boot menu, or not a boot menu. Here is a welcome screen of the EuroLinux 8.8 beta. Here is the language selection. I'm choosing English. There are plenty of languages available. I'm choosing the English, which is English United States. You can choose anything you want. It's clearly up to you. Click on continue. And this is a unstable and a pre-release software. As I mentioned already, it's a warning and it's always better to run it on a virtual machine. If you're a normal user, it's better to wait instead of running your PC. There are plenty of YouTubers who will make video for you, so wait for it. I am the one of the YouTuber who make a content for the people or for the normal users. So I'm running it on a virtual machine, so I am nothing to lose here. I want to proceed. So we need to wait for a few seconds. Let's see what will happen now. And here is I think this is an Anaconda installer. Here is the keyboard selection, installation sources, installation destination, language support, software selection, kdump, network and host, security policy, time and date, root password, and user creation. You need to fill all these things. If everything is good, and you will be seeing a begin installation with a highlighted option. So let's complete everything. Installation destination. I'm choosing 40 GB of hard disk, which I already mentioned that I'm running it on a virtual machine. So 40 GB of hard disk, click on done, and it should be good. No red highlighted mark here, so nothing to change. Software selection, minimal. You can choose the additional selection here if you want. If you don't want, just leave it like that. Network and host, you can choose or customize anything there. Security policy, I'm just going to turn it. I think we completed everything. Kdump, everything is completed on the top side. Time and date, you can choose anything. I'm choosing you can give any location. You don't need to provide the actual location. You can choose anything you want. Network timing, select it if you want. And root password is disabled. If you want to disable the root password, you can disable. If you want to enable, just type in the password. For the sake of the video, I'm choosing the simple password. It's going to warn me. It's going to warn me like it's a too short password. This is a warning. You will have to press done twice to confirm it. I'm choosing the simple password. As you can see, you need to provide a strong password, and remember and write it down in a book or something like that to remember the password instead of worrying and scratching your head later. It's better to write it down. And here is the user creation. You need to provide your username. You don't need to provide the actual name. You can provide anything you want, for example like this. And again, password is important, and write it on the password if you want. If you remember the password, no need to worry. Here is the advanced options. Click on done twice, and everything is good, and you will be seeing a begin installation with a highlighted color, which is a dark blue. Click on beginning installation. It's going to take a maximum of 20 to 30 minutes or minimum of 5 to 10 minutes. Completely depends on the Linux distro or PC requirements, or depends on your PC. So I'm going to wait for the installation process, and I will talk it later. And here you can see the installation process is complete. EuroLinux is now successfully installed and ready for you to use. Go ahead and reboot your system to start using it. You need to reboot your system. So let's click on reboot system. It's going to take a few more seconds to reboot, like a maximum of 25 seconds, not a minutes. Sorry for that. Stop job is running for restore, and it's going to take like a few seconds they mentioned there. And I'm running it on a VMware, so it's going to show VMware. And here is our boot menu, like a EuroLinux 4.18 kernel and 8.8 Sophia. You need to choose anything you want, like clicking on up arrow or a down arrow. I'm choosing the first one, and clicking on enter will try to boot it in a EuroLinux 8.8 beta version. We should be having our desktop in a few seconds. As you can see, everything is working good. The cursor or the pointer blinking at the left bottom, left top side, not the bottom one. It should usually take like a minute maximum, which is quite common after installation, and it's in a beta edition, so it should also take a few more seconds. More than that, nothing to worry here. Again, it's a beta edition, so if you're a normal user, better stay out of it, because I don't want you to ruin your PC. If you're a guy who want to test the latest Linux distros, always go ahead and test it, and always try to test it on a unused PC or a virtual machines, which will like a virtual box or a VMware. As you can see, EuroLinux 8.8 Sophia. The code name is Sophia, and the kernel version is 4.18 0-477. The kernel is pretty much old, because the latest version is almost like a 6.2. This part is only for the viewers who want to watch my content without subscribing. People who already subscribed to my channel don't need to worry, you can just keep it in. People who didn't subscribe and watch my content without subscribing, this part is only for you. Just type in youtube.com/9to5linux. This is the URL. You need to type it in your browsers of any devices like a TV, tab, or a mobile. If you're using a web browser, you need to type it in completely like youtube.com/9to5linux. If you're using a YouTube app in a TV, a mobile, or tab, just type it in 9to5linux. This is the search term. You need to type it in, click on enter. It's going to open my channel like this. If you are here only for the Linux content, just go with a playlist and you will see a Linux, and under Linux you go with a view full playlist, and here are some of the videos I made, almost like a 1552 videos, which is almost like a 1.5k videos. You can play all or shuffle, it's clearly up to you. You can either directly type in the search term like for example MX Linux, which will open up the latest videos which I made or provided here. As you can see, I will make as soon as the ISO file is released, whether it's a development version, alpha version, or a beta version, or a stable version. As soon as the ISO file is released, the latest info will be available, as I will be posting the latest content here. So you don't need to wait for some other channels. If you want to look up other channels, you can go there. I will providing the latest content here. So if you want to subscribe, it's up to you. If you don't want, it's clearly up to you. I'm not going to force you. I'm respecting your opinion. No problem with that. And I will be posting 2 videos daily without missing any day. So I mentioned here, and here are the timings to visit for the content. The content will be already available, and I will be in a premiere mode. So you will be having an idea of what the content will be that for that day. And here is the community. With the latest packages and latest distribution, I will be giving a news and info there. Keep an eye on it. So again, that's it for the video. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the thumbs up button. It helps make a good content for you. Other than that, I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace out. I made another video of Big Linux. If you want to watch that, you can go watch that. So again, thanks for watching.